Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vote and create wealth from within. Hey, what's up, y'all? What is going on? Give me 10 seconds to shut the door because I know my children will be coming in just a moment and it will be really loud. So give me 10 seconds, okay? Ooh, 10 seconds exactly. All right, cousins, what's going on, family? Hello, and hello. It's been something, okay? But I had to come by here and share this with y'all. Hello, flow to you. I will have your email, all of the stuff sent out to you that you purchased on the other day. I will have that sent out to you. It's a couple of other emails we work on them in order to make sure that everybody gets exactly what they purchase, okay? Especially when I'm running like sales or deals or anything of that sort. Want to make sure you get exactly what you signed up for, and then I have different people paying on different platforms. Jackie, I sent you an email, okay? I sent you an email. I wasn't talking to you at first. I was talking to my other sister, but I sent you the email that I promised that I would send you, and hopefully that information was useful and helpful to you. For the rest of y'all, what's going on, everybody? What is going on? Hope all is well. Look, we truly are running out of time. I hate to say or be the one that say, I told y'all so, but I'm going to be that one today, okay? I told y'all that this was going to happen. Hopefully, you guys will wake up. First of all, get up, stretch up, stand up, and then get yourself prepared. Get yourself prepared. All of the things that we've been doing, in our day-to-day lives that are habitual, we need to start making time to prepare, to do something different, okay? Take a little time out of the time that you normally go in your regular routine to do something different. I don't care if that's learning how to garden. I don't care if that is saving up some seeds, going to the store, buying you some non-perishables, learning a new skill, investing into yourself, having more, prayer time, meditation time, whatever it is, you got to start preparing. And you cannot be unbalanced in your preparation. Please hear me clearly. You're going to have to be prepared spiritually, mindset, your soul, your spirit. A lot of things that we have been accustomed to seeing is about to change drastically, okay? I'm just here to tell my people how to prepare themselves. What you do with the information is totally on you. Let me get my other cousins on here before I get to going, okay? Because I will get to going. So let me welcome my Instagram cousins, and we're going to go ahead and get this thing popping. What's going on, family? It is your girl, Dr. Worlds. I was already over here with my cousins on YouTube and Facebook and forgot to go ahead and hit the start button over here. So y'all already know what to do. Everybody collectively, please take 30 seconds. 30 seconds, okay? To let me know who you are, where you represent from. That's number one. Number two, I want to welcome you, whether you are here for the first time, just dropping in, just dropping by, you're going to sit around for a little bit, or you always come back around and you a true cousin. Welcome back. Please take 30 seconds, 30 more seconds to go ahead and share this with somebody. We all know that now, like I said, things that we have been accustomed to are changing drastically. You don't know what's real, what's fake. You don't know what's artificial and what's real, okay? And right now, we human beings are fighting against robots, machines, artificial intelligence. And one of the ways that you can actually help us outsmart artificial intelligence, especially those that are content creator coaches, watchmen, people that sound the alarm, whatever it is that we're doing, how you can help us is a simple share. Okay. We don't ask for Cash Apps or Zales or PayPals for you to be able to tap in over here. Never come by here and beg y'all, you know what I'm saying, to sow your money into me or anything of that sort. The cost of admission over here is respect, number one, and a simple share. What I'm talking about might not be for you. You might can care less. But it could be for somebody that you know. It could be for somebody that you don't know. A simple share, the power of a share is really powerful. Okay. With that being said, all right, North Alabama, I see you in the building, beloveds. I see you. I see you. Thank you for showing up. Listen, I came by here, on the last live and shared with y'all how I felt and how we all should really take what's happening in Washington, D.C. seriously. Okay. I know that we all want peace in our communities, a safe place to live. We be able to go shopping and go out and all of this stuff without being threatened, to never return back home. I know that's what we all want. We all should want that, right? But when you start implementing and enforcing executive orders that are outside of the norm, that is very alarming. And I don't care if it's not just for Black folk, but predominantly for Black folk, okay? Because that's where they're going. But I came by and I shared how implementing the National Guard for stuff that the police itself should be able to handle is very alarming. We saw it with the riots in Los Angeles about a month and a half ago, I believe. We watched the National Guard come in there. They were there for days to restore law and order. I'm all with the law and order. I'm a law-abiding citizen. So I'm all with the law and order. But if you cannot, your local police departments or, the municipality of polices cannot come together and eradicate a problem in your city, then that's a problem. You need to do some rehiring, some re-education, some retraining. Simple as that. Okay. But when you start implementing and getting the people accustomed to seeing the National Guards walking up and down your streets, that is not good for any of us. The National Guard have a duty, and that's what they're supposed to be doing, protecting us against domestic and foreign terrorist attacks and threats. A city out of control, if that's the case, y'all should have been in Chicago. If that's the case, y'all should have been in some of these places where 150 to 200 people is unalive in one weekend, in one day. Y'all should have been there, okay? And even in saying that, what I'm saying now is now Donald Trump got the support of, major players in this game, if that's what you want to call it. Now he's like, okay, we're going to just not go to Washington, D.C. We're going to go ahead and we're going to hit Chicago. We're going to hit New York. And we're going to hit Oakland. Can you imagine what the hell is going on? You got the National Guard patrolling the streets in Washington, D.C. It said Trump decided on his way to the Capitol that he was tired of seeing the homeless people and tired of hearing about the crime. And the crime is down. It's down from last year. Okay. Why you gonna send the National Guard in right now when the crime is down from last year? It didn't surge up. It didn't spike upwards. You are now sending the National Guard for the homeless people and for the people in the hood. Because if y'all go look and see where they at, you'll clearly see where they at. Hopping out at gas stations, frisking people. They had to have a congresswoman, go in and say, look, we're voting on a bill that you would not harass, detain, arrest American citizens. We're all for you, getting the bad criminals and migrants up out of here. But now you are now mixing American citizens in the roundups and even deporting some of them. And people is out here in panic and in fear. When he woke up and said, yeah, Washington, D.C., we're going to put 800 National Guards on the ground, 800, that's a lot. And you talking about people that are trained to do damage. Not just the police. You're talking about people that are trained to do damage. And what's happening in Washington, D.C., and now that Oakland has got word of it, and Chicago, I haven't checked about New York, but they already talking about it's about to go up. If you bring them into our communities, it's about to go up. We're going to riot. We're going to protest. We're going to march. And that is what the purpose of this is. They create the chaos because they like to bring order out of chaos. And with everything happening in our economy, with the inflation, with the dollar de-dollarization, with everything that is happening, the tariffs, the AI war between China and North Korea and Russia, and the struggle for power against the BRIC nations, all of this is being done to create a reset, literally. And we are playing right into it. If they go ahead and rid everybody of the jobs, because now they have placed the jobs with artificial intelligence, that forces us to take whatever currency they're going to come with. And I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with that at all. Hey, Pop, how are you? Okay, I'll be off in just a moment. Told you, mother love her children. Told y'all they was going to be pulled up. Shut the door all the way, babe. So I'm really not going to be here long, but I wanted to tell y'all this is being purposely orchestrated for the reset. Something far more sinister is coming. Something far more sinister is happening. It's not just we need to bring in the National Guard to get the homeless people off the streets and the people that's on fentanyl and clean up the hoods. They're not going nowhere else but to the hoods where the crimes is committed, and by all means necessary. Do not take what I'm saying and misconstrue it. I believe if you really want to bring about a change, Mr. President and everybody else, hey, beloved pumpkin, then you start getting feet on the ground. Get the men back out there into these young boys' lives. That's how you can start. Start making, mandatory family time or something. That's what's missing. Education, real education, skills, trades. That's not this Christopher Columbus. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I'm an American, but that really is not important to me. It doesn't apply to anything in my life. Neither does geometry and all of the stuff that you teach us that waste our time for all of those years. And then you end up at the end of high school not knowing which way to go, not knowing what to do. You're confused as I don't know what, because you have been pumped from K to 12 full of stuff that does not even apply in our everyday life. Why don't you get some real leaders to go into the community and start getting hands-on with the young people if you want to really bring about a change? You're going to cause for sure, a uprising. Because now these people feel like they liberty, they feel like they fighting for their life. They feel like they fighting for their freedom. You got the media that then pushed all of this fear. Then pushed all of this fear mongering. You had paid actors on MSNBC, NBC, Fox News, CNN, the lying media, the false prophet, fear mongering, telling people you get ready to go back to Africa, all of the stuff. So now that's the type of reaction you're going to get. While you thinking you restoring law and order, you're going to be met, and they are already saying it. And that is for sure going to cause martial law to be implemented. Hands down. And what I want my people to know, you all, is that you have to get prepared, because there ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. We're going on a lockdown. That ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. You can write it down. You can screen record this. That ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. They gonna find a way. Okay? Because what is happening has to happen. We in too much debt to get out of it, for one. And in order to play this game that they're playing, this grab for power, our economy has to be reset, just like China's economy had to be reset. We are behind, and this is a game that they are playing. Straight up. Who's going to be the superpower? Who's going to stay on top? And right now, America is struggling. They are behind. We were set back years in technology, in ports. China has like 150 ports. We have 2. Energy, they are dominating in the energy space. That's why Trump's trying to bring more energy and more jobs in those fields. And if we don't have skills in those fields, you ain't going to have no job. The best thing that I can tell all of us is to find a way to make as much money as we can in the time allocated before they actually kill the dollar, and take that money and go buy you some assets. That's going to help you. Number 1, they take away the dollar. We're going on a bartering system. Not everybody wants to get into digital dollar, even though that is how it's going to be forced. Let me tell you how the United States and the taxes and the currency and all of that even came into play. 5-minute quick history. When they came over here and found this land, okay, discovered this land, there was a way that people lived and did things. They had their own economy, whether that was trading fish, whether that was trading whatever, okay? They had their own way of providing for each other. The natives, they had their own way of providing for each other. One would fish, that was their trade or their skill. One would sew clothes, one would make tents, right? So then you had the settlers come in, and this is history. Go look at how the income tax and all of that came into play. They discovered this big old nice, fruitful, fertile land. Okay. By the way, I didn't see an email about the coloring book workshop if it was already sent. It's this Sunday. So check your spam. Okay. I sent those out. It's this coming Sunday. So check your spam. Okay. And I will double check when I get off to make sure to ensure, screenshot, make sure that it was sent to you. But what happened was they saw this land. Oh, this is good. And they came up with a system of how we can get the people that's already here to build what we want built. But we want to implement our own currency to build this, which sounds crazy, but this is how they did it. They go and they say, hey, would you like to be a part of this, beautiful continent where we, build buildings and banks and do business and, build houses? You guys are making tents and fishing, different things of that sort, but we want to come in and we want to renovate all of this. We want to build this over here and build that over there. And the people's like, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They said the only thing is we would pay you guys to build it, but you have to accept our currency. And so they was like, nah, the way we've been trading and doing everything is working for us. Now we want to expand and we want to build, we want to live in houses, but we don't need no new currency. How we getting around is how we getting around. So then they say, okay, they go back, look this up, go to YouTube. How the income tax system, how this whole, type in that. I did my research. I ain't gonna never bring you something that I ain't did my research on, okay? So what happened was they go back to the drawing board. You say these people don't want to take our currency. They want a better way to live, but they don't want to take our currency. So this is what we'll come up with. We will tell them that that we're going to build this, but they have to pay a tax on it to be able to live here. And we will only accept the currency in the form of our currency, or they will be faced with jail. So the people heard, we can go to jail. We got to pay, and you won't take our fish and our clothes and our tent making. We have to pay with your currency or go to jail, be separated from our families. So that is how the dollar came into play. It's a system that will pay you minimum wage. Hey, for 4 hours, we'll give you $10. Okay? For 4 hours every single day, we'll give you $10 at the end of the week. The taxes every single month is $10. So what does that leave them with? Nothing. It just keeps them from going to jail. So then they offer them overtime. Hey, we will pay you for an additional 4 hours. We'll give you $4. So then you can pay us our $10 for the tax and then have $4 left over to go and buy in our economy. This is how the system went. And we have spent and printed so much money that now we have to print our own money to pay our bills, which is a big no-no. The securities and the notes that foreign countries were buying, they dumped them. China, the biggest investor and biggest stakeholder in securities, dumped them all last month. which made us have to borrow. And now, instead of all of these jobs being in the workforce and that production going out so that they make more money, they don't have that because AI didn't replace thousands of jobs. I seen a report that 300,000 jobs in the last 12 months for minorities were replaced by automations. So they don't have, the production and the workforce. They didn't deported half of the people that was in the field, that was in the warehouses, that was in production. And then the other half of the people that do your customer service, that do your administrative work, that's packing, delivering Amazon packages, those people have been replaced by automation. So now the Federal Reserve has to print money for the United States to pay its bills. It is bad. And there ain't nothing that Donald J. Trump could actually do to bring this country back, except reset it. That is why in his big, beautiful bill that he passed at the beginning of August, included the digital dollar. Stablecoin will be the new coin. And he has declared the United States will be the crypto capital of the world. Also, in his Genius Act, he included for us to be heavily surveilled through biometrics. And now we have the National Guards patrolling our communities. We'll see how it goes in Washington, D.C., was his statement on yesterday. And then on today, it's, we can see this happening. We're in talks of sending them to New York, clean up the streets there, Chicago, Oakland. And this is not normal. This is not normal. Something is about to pop off. And that's why the National Guards is walking the streets. And there ain't no if, ands, or buts about it. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen. But I would rather be prepared for the hard landing than to be hard landed on and unprepared. And that's why I'm sharing this here. You definitely, I just showed y'all the other day. I'm going to pull it back up on the screen right now so you see it. Two things I want y'all to see. Y'all keep this right here at the forefront because a lot of these things have already happened. And a lot of these things are happening already. Okay? And this is the plan for 4.5 years. I've been telling all my cousins. Donald Trump said this new digital dollar will go in effect. They need about 3 to 6 months to make everything complete. Do you know how drastically your life can shift or pivot to get you prepared in 3 to 6 months? That's not a long time. That is not a long time. Straight up. I'm not with this, y'all. Call me crazy. I don't care. This system took away two things I can never get back that is not materialistic. And those are my children. I'm not playing with this system because it ain't never played with us. And it never will. It never will. It doesn't care. And I hate to say it, but it's real. Racism is at an all-time high. The pot is being stirred. I mean, it's about to boil over. You got the Hispanics feeling some kind of way because they meemaws and abuelas and titos and they uncles and family members are being taken up out of here. Okay? And then you got the minorities. Y'all going in and imprisoning them. You cutting off all of these programs and benefits that people relied on that don't have no skills. People are still talking about they looking for a job from 2024. I just saw one of our sisters say, I have been unemployed for 12 months looking for a job. Did her first video a year ago. In the life of a college grad that don't got nowhere to go. Post grad, lost my job, and I don't know how long this is going to last, and now it's 12 months. A lot of people are stating they're on a hiring freeze. Government jobs have been ripped to shreds, okay? You don't have time to play. You just don't. Absolutely, you do not have time to be out here lagging and lacking and playing. Supervisors, lawyers, doctors, this stuff is crazy on another level. Attorneys. You can go to ChatGPT and get you some legal advice. They even have a chat tele-doctor. This stuff is on another level. That's why you got to level your game up. If they come with another lockdown, you got to be prepared. Spiritually prepared, mentally prepared, financially prepared. The biggest lesson I learned was in 2020, straight up and down. When I seen them people up in Congress debating if they was going to give Americans $1,200 or not, I was like, no, you got us restricted and there's no way at all to make a living, make a move. I never forget it. I had 2 twin baby girls who needed milk and they had no milk on the store shelves. I felt the worst I have ever felt in my life. Everything that I had did up until that point didn't even matter because I was not in a position to be able to help my children. I wasn't an essential worker. And then I was not finna go put myself in no predicament to go out and drive Uber and drive Lyft and put my babies that was prematurely born in a situation where they can get afflicted or sick or whatever. So I had to really seek, what can I do? What do I got in my possession that I can do right now to make me some money? Everything is going online. You got to shop online. You got to spend online, buy online, pay bills online, order food online. Everything is online. And I don't know nothing about no online except how to get on Facebook and go live, literally. They not playing. I'm going to tell you right now. Those in the Caucasian race, they are, they like 10 years light speed ahead of a lot of minorities, Hispanics, African Americans, Asians are second in place. Because this is what they do. Technology, they like to sit there and feed their mind and figure out stuff and invent. They like to do that. Meanwhile, we out here drugged out, entertained out, fanned out, clout out. church out, all of this stuff. And I am really concerned about my people, my community. Straight up. I love everybody. And this right here is not just particularly to a group of people. What they doing is for everybody, well-rounded, okay? Everybody about to FAFO. We don't care. Everybody is about to FAFO. Everybody is about to be affected by what happens. When I seen that Kodak and what was the other one? AOL, big dogs that been in this thing. Kodak been around for 130 years. And AOL said after 35 years, like they are being replaced. Big time names. They can't keep up. So my job, there's so many ways that you guys could actually be making you guys some money. $5 add up. Okay? $5 add up. 5 multiplied add up. $17 add up. $27 add up. $47 add up. That's something that people still can do right now, even with inflation and everything going on. It adds up. Do the math. What is 17 times 100? It's $1,700. You can do that in a day. Okay, let me take that. I know where I can go get this land bank list from Dr. T. Let me go get some land. Because if I get my hands on some land, I will never, ever, ever, ever be a victim of poverty or lack. I can always barter that. Me and mine's gonna eat. I can always plant on my own ground. This is the way we all need to be going. You do not need to be trusting in the food they producing. That's artificial, approved by the FDA, genetically modified, artificial, lab grown. Ain't no way, man. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And this is why that good book called the Bible talk about how people gonna starve and begin to turn into cannibals. They're going to lock you out the system where you ain't going to be able to buy, sell, or trade unless you do what they say and take their mark. They already got the marks. Elon Musk is already making brain chips. They already got human sleeves. Go look that up. Go look at China and how they got all these humanoids and robots. Listen, we don't got time, okay? And if you really want to be technical, it's the way I look at it. I don't care if you're a Trump supporter. It doesn't matter if you are, a Joe Biden. I don't even know who's running for president on the Democratic side. I really don't care about politics at all. I care about preparedness. I care about unity. I care about literally us being positioned, because it is not God's will that we perish. That's what I care about. If I can do one thing with any pain that I have ever had to endure, and the worstest pain that I have had to endure was being a victim of this system. You will never shut me up about this system. You will never shut me down about this system. I have vowed to my last breath that I will tell everybody. I will tell everybody. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what you think about me. It doesn't matter. I will tell everybody about this system, because I have been a victim to this system. And I am not the only one. I am one of the ones that is out here making noise. I refuse to be in my bed depressed. I refuse to be in a clinic. I refuse to be taking anything for my mental state. I refuse. This is my get back to make sure that my people are prepared and don't become a victim. Hello, somebody. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Just let me know in the chat. And I did not even want to take 45 minutes to say that, but it is very important that we are alert, that we are aware, and that we are moving accordingly, because that is what all that matters. The government is not our daddy. It is a created crooked system that was created with our demise in plan. This is all about power and greed. Okay? That's what this is. This is about power and greed. This is a corporation. Y'all hear me? This is not human being, flesh and blood. This is a corporation. It does not have feelings. A business don't have feelings. Hey, this is business. It's you or me. It's y'all or us. I'll never forget when Jerome Powell said, we will purposely cause inflation to save the United States. And right now they are purposely allowing inflation to harm millions of Americans at the pump, at the grocery store. I mean, it's unbelievable. So my job as a servant, for one, and as a watchman, for two, is to show you or give you access to what God gave me access to make sure I don't end up in this system. To make sure that I come out from them. I want no parts of them. I don't want nothing to do. I will obey and do what I got to do, because that's what you said, that we are to obey the laws of the land unless they go against yours. Okay? That's the only time I'll disobey the law. But other than that, I'm a law-abiding citizen. And I don't want to see any of us. They come in for us. We don't have our credit together. They take the dollar. You can at least leverage your credit. If you don't do nothing else, and I want you to hear my heart, not my mouth. My lips are only conveying what's in my heart and what's on my spirit. If you don't do nothing else, I beg you, and I shouldn't have to beg you to care about you more than anything. When you care about you, then you can care about your kids and your spouse. Let me make sure that I got my family in a better position for whatever they come with. I will not be affected. The Bible says, pray that you may escape all that is coming upon the face of the earth. That is not vanishing up into the clouds. That is not riding, out of here on a white horse. That is not what that word escape means. It means preparedness. That if there is a famine, that you got some preserved and stored up to get you through the famine. Okay? That means that if it is a drought, that you were one of the wise virgins, the wise ones that actually was able to discern that there is a drought coming, and you store it up on water so that you may escape all that is coming up on the face of the earth. It's all about preparedness, okay? And making sure that you are prepared. Ain't nobody gonna have your back like you first. And when people see that you're serious about having your back, then they will have your back too. I'm not trusting my back to nobody else to have my back. I got my back first. Outside of God, I got my back. And then because I got my back, I got my husband's back. And I got my children's back. And I got those that are associated and connected to me back. People don't understand certain things. Okay? People are impatient about certain things, but one thing that I do know, whatever I'm building and those that have been connected to me will partake, because that is what God said. Simple as that. You will not lack on my watch. I don't care how long we gotta wait. I'm the woman for the job. I don't care what kind of hell they put me through. Okay? I'm gonna come out of it with buckets of water to put out the flames on the other people consumed by his fire. I am just that type of person. That is who God created me to be. And I'm not saying this to boast or brag. That's why it's so important not to burn bridges. It is very important not to burn bridges. It is very important to make sure that you are uplifting leaders, praying for them, covering them, because they carry you literally in their spirit. They carry you literally in your spirit. I carry lots of people in my spirit. I'm not building for me and my family. That's not the type of person that God called me to be. I'm building for me. I'm building for God's family, whoever that may be, God's children. And what I build for God and God's children, me and my family will also partake of. I'm not building for me and my family and then y'all get to, no, I'm building for God and God's children, and me and my family will be able to partake of that. Simple as that, okay? Got some opportunities. They put y'all butt on a lockdown. You better be ready to be able to maneuver around these AI digital streets. Simple as that. You got to have something that'll still allow something to come in, because the end game and the biggest goal of it all is to put us all on universal basic income. I dare y'all to go look on Google right now. Just go type it up. Universal basic income. It's right there. Go look at what the big heads been saying about it. Go look at what Forbes put out about it. Go look at what Elon Musk say about it. With AI taking over, there is no ifs, ands, or buts if universal basic income will be needed. The housing market, people losing their homes, this is all the perfect recipe for them to implement a new system. They say, hey, people can't pay their bills, people can't buy food, people ain't got no jobs. So we might as well bail them out. Let's just start over afresh. Okay, let's just start over afresh. Let's give everybody this equal income. Nobody is wealthy, nobody is poor. But that is total control. Because when you give them the power to feed you, you give them the power to starve you. Simple as that. If they don't like something you post, y'all remember when PayPal them said if you post something that is contrary, they will fine you $2,500? Businesses, I got the screenshot because they sent it to me. I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here. On top of all the other things, taking people's money. Literally hijacking people's money. Y'all don't know the hell I done been through with these systems because I choose to be a truth bearer and not a tale bearer. A truth bearer. They don't like that. I got receipts in my phone right now. I say, look, I'm going to help my cousins out. I'm going to put my cousins on. I'm going to give y'all action at this credit suite for a low price, right? Get your credit together. It's not about sales. If you can't afford 97, let me offer you this discount. Do you know them devils do not want us to have that information at all? Why? Because it feeds into their system. It fattens their pockets. They will never, ever push anything where you're going to cause the masses of people to come out of their entanglement, out of their bondage. They will never, ever push taking holistic products because it will slam the pharmaceutical industry. They will never want you to get free and liberated in your credit. Your credit is better than money. They will never want you to know that. Why? Because it will unalive their debt system. Y'all got to wake up. You got to wake up. Let me see. Yeah, you got to do something different. Let me see what this was saying. What we can do is support the pieces of infrastructure that a government or organization might need to roll UBI out. That's a very interesting twist, but they need the legislative power in AI hands to make this work. No, they don't. They already got it. Sam Altman just sold ChatGPT to the government for $1 on a government contract. Same thing I've been telling my cousins. I say, look, we get 100 of us to go in there and all get government contracts. we can turn nothing into something. I've been saying this. This man just got $200 billion for ChatGPT, for the government to know how to use it, how to maneuver it, for him to give it to them at $1 a day, or $1 a day, $200 billion. Let's not talk about the $2 million or something like that Elon Musk just got for his AI. These are the very ones saying it is absolutely positively universal basic income. Let me put it up here. AI is lying its chatbot off. You got to remember that AI is gathered data. Instead of us saying, hey, we got to go do a research paper on Harriet Tubman, and we got to go pull resources and sources cited from this website and go to the History Channel and look in the encyclopedia, and we got to go to all these things. ChatGPT just pulls all this data from every database and gives it to you in 60 seconds. That's all ChatGPT is. That's all OpenAI is. It's data that has been collected over decades, since 2000, when the .com happened. Okay? When is you going to send the rest of the information because of Stripe to go live? Brother, roll tide, look, check this out. Let me do this real quick. Y'all, hold on one second, okay? Because I clearly just said I'm sending out everybody emails who has not gotten an email, okay? Been working on them. You just got an email from me 2 or 3 days ago, correct? Just answer me that. But hold on one second. We're going to do this right here on live. Bear with me 1 second. Let me play y'all something so y'all ain't bored, so I can send Brother Roll Tide this. Hold on. Let me see what I'm finna play for y'all. I'm going to run this back right here. Is this the one? Hold on, y'all. Let's find it. Okay, here we go. Let me let this one play for just a second. I'm gonna try to watch this one for just a second.
Carrying on all this tariff stuff, which all it really does is steal from people in the US. But then Trump goes and with all these other countries does deals. Hey, we'll give you a break on not stealing a bunch of the money from people in the US on your products, which makes it more expensive for them, which hurts your business if you put in the B system, all the electronic ID and all that kind of stuff. They're doing it everywhere. They're doing it here in Mexico.
We will finally complete the biometric entry-exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately. In my administration, we will ensure that this system is in place. And I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a proper tracking system.
The main purpose of opening the borders was to create chaos so that order in the form of a digital ID system would be tolerated. In order for a biometric border system to work, everyone will obviously need to be in the system. And the Trump administration is using tariffs to compel foreign nations to comply. After returning from this trip, U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem said that she met with Mexican President Sheinbaum about sharing biometric data in exchange for ending tariffs.
Do you think the Mexican president, you talked to her, is doing enough to defeat the cartels down there?
You know, we talked extensively about that. I gave her some options of more she could do. And I asked her specifically to share biometric information with us. And she's willing to discuss that, even though that in her country would be a little bit controversial. But she's putting a good faith effort. But President Trump is clear. He doesn't want people to keep talking. He wants to see action.
As a result of this, several laws went into effect last week in Mexico that will require the CURP, Mexico's 18-character version of the U.S. Social Security number, to include a QR code containing biometric data of both fingerprints and retinal scans. These new digital IDs will be monitored by the new Unified Identity Platform Agency, and biometric data will be shared with both Mexican and U.S. government agencies. The new biometric CURP will be legally required to purchase internet and mobile service, and changes to Mexico's telecommunications law will force internet service providers to share users' real-time geolocation data with Mexican authorities, allowing them the ability to shut down service and block digital platforms for failing to comply with regulatory provisions.
Almost everyone's under mind control. All these MAGA people are massively under mind control. And they're cheering on all this tariff stuff, which all it really does is steal from people in the US. But then Trump goes and with all these other countries does deals. Hey, we'll give you a break on not stealing a bunch of the money from people in the US on your products, which makes it more expensive for them, which hurts your business if you put in the B system, all the electronic ID and all that kind of stuff. They're doing it everywhere. They're doing it here in Mexico.
We will finally complete the biometric entry-exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately. In my administration, we will ensure that this system is in place. And I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a proper tracking system.
The main purpose of opening the borders was to create chaos so that order in the form of a digital ID system would be tolerated. In order for a biometric border system to work.
All right, I want to show y'all one more. You got your email, Brother Rose High, okay? It is sent. Let me play y'all this other one. Y'all got to see this one.
2026, a new federal inheritance regulation will give the government the right to seize real estate assets if certain conditions aren't met. According to a March 2025 report from the U.S. Treasury Department, heirs who cannot immediately pay property transfer taxes and meet updated ownership compliance rules may lose legal rights to inherited homes. The law is part of the National Housing Reform Act and aims to increase housing availability by reclaiming underused or unpaid properties. In practice, this means that if your parents pass away and you can't afford the new fees or don't move into the home quickly enough, the state can legally take the house and list it for public sale. Critics call it a forced redistribution masked as housing reform. In many states, the new law overrides existing wills and even family trusts, making it harder for children to inherit the homes they grew up in. Legal experts warn that millions of middle-class families could be affected, especially those with property but limited cash. Supporters argue it's a way to prevent real estate hoarding and solve the housing crisis. But for many, it feels like losing your family legacy overnight. You think this is justified or completely unacceptable? Tell me in the comments and follow for more critical updates.
So what I showed y'all on that 2030 agenda, okay, let's go back there. What I showed y'all on this 2030 agenda, you can already see. And before I go there, hold on, let me go to over here to Google, show y'all this whole universal all right, let me show y'all this. because this is the end game. Straight up. The potential displacement of human workers by artificial intelligence has sparked discussion about the necessity of a universal basic income. Many believe that as AI increasingly automates jobs, a guaranteed basic income could be crucial to ensure economic stability and prevent widespread unemployment. Forbes talked about it in December. Okay? This was a year ago. Within 15 years, universal basic income, that is a lie. Somebody on Reddit, bless their heart. Okay? AI is coming for our jobs. This was The Guardian in 2023. Universal basic income. What AI leaders think about UBI. This was in February of 2025. An AI godfather in the BBC says universal basic income will be needed. Elon Musk. Let's go and see how many states. While there isn't a single state actively issuing a universal basic income to all residents, several states have implemented or are piloting UBI programs. These programs, often called guaranteed income programs, provide regular cash payments to specific populations, such as low-income residents and new mothers. Okay, 18 states where Americans have received guaranteed income, aka universal basic income, July 29th, 2025 on Newsweek. My home city, Fresno, is giving out, they were giving it out last year. It's participated in the California Guaranteed Income Pilot Program. This is how they dress this thing up. And why are they targeting low income? Why would you need to give basic guaranteed income to low income? And why is universal basic income going to be a mandatory thing? Because AI has taken jobs. Well, let me show y'all this last one right here. Where is that? Where are you? Where are you? Hold on one second. I'm finna pull it up. Where did she go? It's in here somewhere. Lord bless them. Bless them. Bless them. Should be right here at the top, but I want to show y'all 4.5 million. Is this the one? Nope. Let me go to it. Let me find it. And while we at it, I'll just show y'all these while we at it. Okay. Okay, hold on. AI is gutting workforces. An ex-Google executive says CEOs are too busy celebrating their efficiency gains to see that they're next. AI is gutting the workforce. The GDP weakens, job losses rise, and now the services. The bedrock of the U.S. economy is flatlined. Is the American economy nearing recession territory? Absolutely, it is. Absolutely. Okay, not to mention the record surge in past due student loans add to the U.S. debt burden. We're in trouble. America can't come back for this. It just really can't. The next job downturn could mean an AI-induced purge of millions of workers. I'm just trying to get to the one, but while I'm on my way there, okay, I'm just sharing with y'all some receipts. Wells Fargo is rolling out company-wide AI. It says everyone from the branch tellers to investment bankers will benefit. Let me get to the one. OpenAI is giving ChatGPT to the government for $1. They got a government contract of 200 million. I said billion, 200 million by the United States Department of Defense, given to a dang on tech geek to get into ChatGPT. I said this. I'm like, look, y'all need to get in over here. Over here, I told y'all when it was brand new, y'all need to get in over here. Okay? $250 million is the top salaries for AI developers and AI researchers. Ain't no human being ever got paid that type of money. Ever. Oh, y'all ain't even on the screen. My bad. Wow. Hold on. Let me run that back because y'all got to see this. I'm thinking I'm doing something. This is how much they paying. A 24-year-old signed a contract for $250 million. This is what top AI salaries are paying. And the reason why they want to come to us with universal basic income is because we don't know none of this stuff. See? Sam Altman. Right here. Government contract of $200 million. I got a brother on here who just created a few apps that he could actually get money, his money back, our big mamas and their money back from the government. It's called recovery. It's called the wealth of the wicked. This is what I was just showing y'all a minute ago, okay, about Wells Fargo and all these big companies replacing folks with AI. Okay, the next job downturn could mean an AI-induced purge of millions of workers. This is set up, done on purpose, and it's going to affect the people that don't know nothing about it. Here you got Chinese nationals smuggling stuff in here again. They done exported tens of millions of sensitive microchips used in AI with our data on it. These data centers that they building, they're building it in the minority community, messing up the water, pushing the people out. Record surge in past due student loans add to U.S. debt burden. They swimming in this. AI is gutting workforces. CEOs are celebrating, but they next. Basically, is what they saying. Okay, we in a recession. All these job loss, everything, tariffs, it's already bad. So this is why I'm telling y'all, this is what they're doing. Okay? The U.S. Secretary, the people that's coming for your money, the people that is coming for your student loan back payments. It said this is the golden age of crypto. Urges builders to flood in. So what about the people that don't know nothing about crypto? What about the people that's still using the United States dollar? What about them people? What about all of them? Because I see y'all looking out for y'all, but what about all of them? What about all of them? Let me go over here. Hold on. Because I got to show y'all this. I just had it on the screen. Literally. Was it this one? No, this is some receipts. I'm going to find that one because I just had it and I want y'all to see it. Here, is it this one? No. Let me go back this way. We're just going to roll through here real quick, okay? AI researchers are negotiating $250 million pay packages just like NBA stars. When I tell y'all the wealth transfer is here for you, for the taking, it is here. They're negotiating whether I want to accept $250 million. They are dominating this space. Meanwhile, we still trying to go to Chris Brown's concert. OMG. They building these centers in minority communities and making the water like this. Not only that, these people water bills are going up $2,000 to $3,000 for powering these AI data centers. This right here, this area is preserved for minorities. And the mayor is like, y'all taking away what it represents, what it means. They don't care. We in a race against China. Shut up, get out. Okay? They put in these turbines. NCAA and others are trying to appeal what Elon Musk is doing. These are turbines to make you sick. It's a health hazard. Elon Musk's company XAI is building a massive supercomputer in Memphis, Tennessee called Colossus, which is powering the AI chatbot Grok. It's making these people sick. This is them just sharing more. Okay? 4.5 million black jobs could be displaced by 2030. There go that 2030 agenda again. There we go. This is the one I was looking for. This is the one I was looking for. Now, why is others negotiating whether they're going to be paid $250 million and we ain't over here getting nothing at all? If we all just got into government contracts and all got us a $500,000 contract, a $250,000 contract, okay? This is AI. Straight up.
Luxury, period. I told y'all I was feeling myself, but this middle part, yeah, it's a whole vibe. You see this? This ain't just hair. It's luxury and mode.
This is AI. This is what's taking over. The new commercials. You do this with a prompt. This is selling people's hair. And y'all know we, the people, do dumb stuff. And we go stand in long lines for hair, like in Houston, and then turn around and in Alabama. This is artificial generated. It talks, it walks, it sells, it moves, it does all of that. And we don't know anything about this. No marketing, no anything. We don't know anything about this. Okay? We don't know anything about this. On top of they doing this. You read it. Trader Joe's organic chicken, it is with that. We're not aware of how they are rolling this thing out from the skies to the land to the water in every aspect, literally. Let me see if there's anything else I want to share before I come by with my opportunities. How to not get yourself caught up in this. Okay? They don't want to tell us. I told y'all. They are trying their damnedest to do something that will cause another lockdown. They're not going to be able to roll out this system without having another lockdown. And y'all just got to get prepared for it. I've shared this young man, and I don't listen to everybody, and I would never, tell anybody to go listen to anybody. I watch who I promote. I watch all of that, okay? Because my name is attached to it. If I say, hey, y'all go eat at Burger King, y'all get food poisoning, y'all gonna come back on me and say, she gave me food poisoning because she told me to go there. So I don't be promoting everybody like that. I listen to this young man. And I have listened to him, and I don't listen to him regularly. I'm going to listen to God first. But when I hear him speaking, I take it at heart and not as a grain of salt. Because I didn't see what this man say literally happen exactly how God showed him what would happen. I'll tell y'all, or I'll remind y'all. The Lord do nothing in the earth except he first reveal it to his prophets. The prophets are the watchmen to tell you what God said. And God won't even break his own law. I cannot do nothing until a prophet announces it. God does nothing in the earth because the earth has been given to mankind to rule and to dominate. He does nothing in the earth unless he first reveals it to his prophet. Now, I want y'all to listen to this prophecy. And you can go check him out in your own time. He's on Instagram. His name is Prophet Jeremiah Davis. Not looking for no name. He don't come online and prophesy. That's not how this go down. He has a Zoom call every Thursday where intercessors come on and pray. And he shared what God has revealed to him in the realm of the spirit that we need to be praying against, that God is getting ready to release to us, that we should be watching out for, that we should be preparing for. And so I'm going to let you hear. Y'all can go see all the other ones. He prophesied the crash in the Potomac River where all those children, ice skating children, passed away. He prophesied that. He prophesied about Barbie complaining about being affected by the tariffs. He prophesied about the ports. So many different things. Okay? But I'm going to share with this one because this one is for certain.
I seen a vision that the entire nation was restricted. I saw in this vision news headlines that read national restriction. I seen the press secretary address this national restriction. I seen the United States president address the country. And I also seen a lot of news companies around the world begin to address what was going on in the United States, and everyone began to question what is taking place in the US. This is going to happen for at least 5 days, 5 to 7 days. I know it's going to be at least 5 days because I heard that in the vision that the United States was shut down completely. You couldn't go to the grocery store. You couldn't go to the gas station. They were prohibiting you from being able to leave your house. I saw the entire country literally shut down for at least 5 days or more, where you couldn't, there was no activity. The entire nation was at a standstill. It was at a pause. I also saw something else this morning when I was praying. I saw a vision of toxics released in the air where we had to wear masks again. You're going to hear about certain cities in certain states saying that we are going to have to wear masks in that city or wear masks in that state because toxics has been released into the air. Another thing that I heard this morning while I was in prayer is that we're going to deal with an abrupt November. There is going to be something that's going to happen in the month of November that's going to cause us to have an uncomfortable Thanksgiving. That's what I heard the Lord say to me. I want us to
Okay. So I'm sharing this because we are witnesses. That was posted 2 weeks ago. I'm going to tell y'all right now, the only thing that will shut this country down is war, some type of viral pathogen ×2, like 2020, or a civil war. Civil or international, some type of nuclear war will definitely put us on lockdown, suspend all of constitutional rights, executive orders will be implemented, a civil uprising, a civil war, where now you have people taking to the streets saying, no, this is not what you're going to do. We're going to stand against this. Hint, hint. Like stuff they talking about doing right now, because the National Guards is now going into Chicago, New York, and Oakland, California, as well as stay right there inside of Washington, D.C. And Donald Trump has taken federal executive order, meaning we suspend state and governmental orders for the police department. Now the feds then took over this. Something's about to go down. I just want y'all prepared. If I fail to sound the alarm and something happened to y'all, then y'all blood will be on my hands and y'all not worth it. I love y'all, y'all beautiful people, but your blood, it won't be on my hands. If you listening, you hearing for a reason. If you ever been sent over here, that's on purpose. You may not understand. I don't understand everything. I'm just blind Bartimaeus with Abraham faith. Whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to do that. And however long you tell me to stand, I'm going to stand. And whatever you tell me to say, I'm going to say. And whatever you show me to do, I'm going to do. And help others. Okay? If you're not really interested in getting better opportunities to help yourself, then this is at the part of the live where we part. I'm literally probably going to be here another 20, 25 minutes. I don't even say 20, 25 minutes. I'll say about 20 minutes at the most, okay? I have something else going on. I had to come by here and tell y'all this, okay? And for those that don't know, because especially my people, I got to say this. I really do. If I'm ever offering you a sale or something like that, and I tell you in every description of my video, I said it at the beginning of the video, but some people came in late. Some people came in later than others. In the midst of me losing my children, fighting against the system to liberate other people, being a coach, having 2 children that are developmentally delayed because they were born early, having 9 children altogether in total, with 2 of them missing, meaning 7 of my children, like my daughter. If I showed you her Instagram, but I'm sure she would not want me to do that today, then you would have some insight into what I deal with. On top of putting together, events to take it from beyond the computer, to still have some normalcy, put my feet on the ground, get my butt up off my butt so I can stand up on my feet. On top of coaching Monday through Friday, people will contact me on Saturdays. That is the Sabbath. I honor God on that day. Okay? Not by choice, but by out of love, out of obedience, out of respect. Okay? On Sundays, that's a family day. Because Monday through Friday, I am serving everybody else outside of my family. I just want to be clear. Straight up. Because I will come by here and show y'all love and show y'all grace. And then have y'all get in my chat and hey, I need this and that. Clearly, I say on the description of every video, this is the time allocated that you're going to give me to manually, okay? I'm an AI automation woman. But just think, if I had to go in there every time the Lord put something on my spirit to present to his people that will help them fast, I had to change my website to accommodate or modify that price. I would waste so much time doing that. So when I come by here, instead of sending you to my website where my prices are my prices for this, I come by here and offer you a discount. And I say, these are the payment platforms that I will take. It's 4 of them. So I have to make sure I go into each platform to see what you purchase, because I'm never offering one opportunity. There's multitude of opportunities. Sometimes I'm bundling them. Okay. So I have to go and get that information to send to you and deliver it to you so you don't be on no dumb stuff. I didn't get the right stuff. You know how we do it. Spend $22. And that ain't devaluing nobody's hard-earned money. But we will spend $22 and act like somebody got to pick up the phone call when hey, let me call her personal phone. Let me email her at 2:00 in the morning. When she get up, I send an email at 4. Disrespectful. There ain't one person that can tell you they have not gotten what they have paid for. Okay? If I say that, and a lot of the times when I come by here and offer you a discount, I'm taking this out of my $10,000, $15,000 mastermind. How every day, how can I serve your people? Every day, how can I serve them, God? Because every day there's fresh manna. What you want me to do today? I know that some of y'all cannot afford to be in a 12-month mentorship for $15,000, even if you get it financed. I don't want to put you in debt. I want to get you out of it. So my high-ticket programs are for those specific people, and I have a specific audience for that. So what I'll do is say, I'll take this out of my mastermind. Bet you they can use that. I'll take this out of my mastermind. I know they can use that. I will take this out of my mastermind where I mentor in these mentorships Monday through Friday to set aside some time on my days off to show you how to get to a bag. Literally. I will make deals with you, allow you to do payment plans, throw you extra stuff as led. Let people come into mentorships. I feel led to put you in. I feel led to let you in on this. Take my stuff, my land, and share it. Take what I've paid thousands of dollars for, hundreds of thousands, and don't even cut even, right? Most people know that they don't know I don't take a paycheck. I'm still regular schmegular, okay? Ain't nothing on me expensive. This come from Burlington, okay? These are some Tommy Hilfiger sweatpants. I don't go out and buy foolish stuff. If the Lord say, I got something for you over here, and they charging me $25,000, bet. Let me get 25 people that want to pay $1,000, and we're going to learn this $1 million game together. We're all not finna pay you $25,000. Just let me get my money back. I'm going to pay the $25,000 and then go empower 25 people and charge them $1,000 to learn this $1 million game. Understand? So please put some respect on Dr. T, name and her time. Especially Roosevelt Ross. He been rolling with me for years. A lot of y'all been rolling with me for years. So you know you're going to always get what you paid for. In the middle of what I'm dealing with in my family that y'all absolutely have no knowledge about. I have a father that's in jail, a grandmother that just passed away, a brother that I am trying to, when I say save his life, I'm not saying save his life like I am God, because I'm not. But I don't want to lose no more of my family members. When I said yes to help you and your family, my family came under attack. People don't realize that. My family came under warfare from the pits of somewhere. I have never lost as many people in my family as I have lost in the last 2 years. And then you have systems, social media platforms that will suppress you so you don't speak the truth. You have payment processing systems that will hold your money. Thousands of dollars from deals. And say, we need to hold your money in our reserves. Because this look like suspicious. It's called financial terrorism. Y'all don't have a clue. So like I show y'all love and show y'all grace, show me some. My name is attached to everything I do. And one thing's for sure and two things for certain. I'm not going to taint my own name, and I'm not going to let nobody else do that. Because the Bible say above money, ruby, gold, silver, diamond, a good name is better to have. When I leave this earth, they going to remember my name. And there will be no negative stigmas attached to my name. There will be nobody with no negative stigmas attached to my name. Hear me? So I'm going to do what I say. And if something come up in the middle of that, I'm going to let you know. Something came up, but it's still going to get done. And I have always been that transparent. I ain't going nowhere. If I wanted to leave, I would have left when my baby died. That was the time I needed to lay down. My second baby died. Okay? If I wanted to go somewhere, or if I was going somewhere, that would have been a perfect time to just shut it all down and go ahead and lay down and tap out. It could have been then, but I have not. I have not even taken a break. I asked people, give me a week during the times when it's their death days, because I don't have just birthdays. I have the day that they died. Okay. I have the day that we buried them, the last memories we have. I have moments where my daughter, like today, woke up uncontrollably, screaming and hollering, a whole grown woman. And I have to talk to her for hours. I can't take phone calls. I can't send out emails. They don't understand. So I minister to them. Meanwhile, nobody is ministering to me except God. Do you know how many people I have come and pull and ask, where's this and what's that? And when we doing this, when class is, do you know how many people I have do that? And do you know how many people I literally have that say, are you good? Do you got a loaf of bread over there? Is your baby's good? Have y'all ate today? Can I buy you lunch? Can I pray for you? Can I pick up the phone and pray for you? You don't know how many days that I don't want to be here. You don't know how many days I can't get up out of bed. You don't know how many days I'm fighting through what I'm fighting through. Understood? Everybody gonna get served. I'm not leaving one man, one woman behind. I just want to make that clear. I just want to make that clear. Okay? Now that we're clear, just put clear in the chat. Like I said, if you came to be a information vulture or information hoarder, you got your daily dose. This is what they got coming for you, beloved. But it don't gotta be that way. That's what I'm here to say. I'm an ambassador from my kingdom, and my God came by. My God told me to come by and tell you, you ain't gotta suffer. My God sent me to tell you that this is not how my kingdom operates. We are not broke. We are not in inflation. There is no violence in my kingdom. Actually, what God is doing, he is positioning us to be on the top. His word said, the last shall be first, and the first shall be last. It's our time. And if I'm talking to you, just put it in the chat. It's our time, because that's what time it is. He is showing us how to get up off of our butts so we can stand on our feet and go into these places where the wicked has laid up this wealth, has stole this wealth, and get what we need so we can build. And if you don't think building is important, then you don't know your Bible. The new Jerusalem is coming down. Heaven will be destroyed, and earth will pass away. But the new Jerusalem is coming down. He said, my kingdom come, and my will be done on earth. In earth, in earth. In it, while we're in it, as it is in heaven. We're supposed to be building, and we're supposed to be establishing. That's my only purpose. That's my only purpose. You don't know how many times that I have begged God to just let me go to the beach for a year and live there and heal. Because I'm not going to front. I'm bleeding while I'm bleeding. I'm hurt. I'm really, really, really hurt. Every day I'm reminded of my pain. Every day I'm reminded of my loss. Every day I'm reminded of what the enemy did to me, because he's the real victim. He's the real suspect. He just used these systems, these pharmaceutical systems, these financial systems to hurt us. And that stops with me. No, I didn't make a documentary of me becoming a vigilante and going and sniping out everybody and all. I didn't do that. This is my lick back. Breaking chains off of you is my lick back. Educating you is my lick back. Putting you in a better position is my lick back. Getting you undependent from this wicked, demonic, corrupt system is my lick back. So now that that is being said, I don't got to ask your permission because you're still on my live. But if you came by here to get the information, you got it. Now it's time for the execution. I have some opportunities. I said it, and I keep on saying it, and I keep on saying it. I need y'all to get y'all credit together. If you get your credit together, beloved, is if you just listen to me. If you utilize the sweep and sweep your credit, okay? Whatever God put on your heart, because I'm going through asinine, and I really appreciate you asking me, what can you pray for me about. And I hope that my eyes caught me off guard. I really appreciate you asking that, whatever God put on your heart, because I'm really going through a lot. No cap. Give me one second. I'll be right up, Pop. You can come in here with me if you want to. Hopefully I can finish this. It just really caught me off guard because ask tonight, don't say nothing else, girlfriend. Look what you did. Y'all give me a second, please. Lord, please. Let me get finished. I need to get finished. It's been a lot, y'all. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. Lord. Why did you do that? I appreciate you. I'm not saying it that way. It's just so unexpected because I'm always serving and giving to everybody else. Real talk. Jesus. I'm gonna just let it rip because I can't stop it. And I'm trying to get it together, but I might gotta end my life, y'all. I just can't pull myself together right now. Really, I really can't. And I don't want y'all just sitting here watching this grown woman cry because it's real right now. It really is. I've gone through a lot. A lot that I don't say nothing about because I'm a warrior. You feel me? Like, I don't ever post my business online on social media. I don't defame or slander those who have hurt me in any capacity. I just don't. You know, I take my lickings and keep on taking. People close, people in your family, you know. It's just been a lot. So I've been telling everybody for sure to get your credit together. Reason why I say that is because I sit in places. I sit in places where the information that we should be getting, we're not getting this information. And genuinely, sometimes I don't even know why I care so much, but I do. I love my people. I really, really do. And one way that you're going to be able to help you, thank you. And if you need to rest, at least take 2 days off. You did mention you can automate sometimes. I have a lot of things automated. And honestly, I need more than 2 days off. That's just facts. I need to heal because I've been moving. I've been going. And I know that God will give me that time. This is just a time in the season to build. So, intermittently, I do take breaks. But I do not want to see my people perish. That's just the bottom line. When I tell y'all I have been crushed. I'm beyond broken. I have been crushed by this system. It's just nothing that they can do to me. So that's why I'm not afraid to speak the truth. The worst thing you could have did to me was touch my children. It's the worst thing you could have did was give me a life sentence without my children. who God gave to me. Many of y'all don't know the backstory. Love my mama up and down. You understand? Love her up and down. And I appreciate her for what she can do and what she has done. And this ain't to knock nobody, but type of life that I have lived and the hardships that I have endured, I don't want nobody to have to go through that. And so I asked for my children at a very young age when I was homeless as a young girl, the age of 12, walking down alleys. Being molested, had nowhere to go, being raped. I asked God for children because I didn't know. I just didn't know what love was, and I wanted to know what love was. And so I asked God for children. At 12 years of age, I asked God for children. And the way He gave them to me, the first 5 of my children was conceived by being homeless and being raped. And because I asked God for them, I decided to keep them after I got raped by the first guy the first time. And now I'm homeless with a baby. I ended up living with him and his family. I didn't have nowhere to go. And right after I had that baby, I don't even think my 6 weeks was up before I was raped again. There's a lot more to the story that I ain't ready to talk about yet. One of my rapists, I was actually sold for a hit. But to make a long story short, I asked for my kids. And I vowed to protect my children if God gave them to me. And He did. He gave them to me in abundance. And it's just always been me and them, working for them pretty much for the free 99, making sure they was up at school every day, picked up on time, fed, clothed. I'm implementing, showing them about life, protecting them. And the people I thought I was protecting them from was not the ones I really should have been protecting them from. I thought I was protecting them from gangs and, drugs and that type of stuff. And the whole time it was the pharmaceutical industry, the government, forcing me to put my children on, So the way that they touch me, there's nothing else they could do to me, literally, anything. There's nothing else that could be done. And maybe that's why the Lord allowed it to happen. To get me to this point right here. Like, I don't fear anything. I'm not afraid of anything. There's nothing that when you broken like that, then you can be used. And I see so many of my cousins, you all, because we are a family, that they coming for next. And I just cannot. I told the Lord, if you're going to give me this type of pain, then I'm going to do something with this pain. Because this pain ain't just going to hurt me. That's for sure. You know, just take a couple days if you need it. A lot of you guys don't know that when y'all see me live and it say live, I'm not live. That's automation. So some people feel like you didn't answer me in the chat. It's like I'm not even live. That is automation, especially when I need those days. So don't think that I don't take breaks. I really don't believe that the Lord wants me to take an extended break right now because I probably lay down and don't get back up. You understand? And it might not make sense to everybody else, but when my second baby passed, he reminded me of Hosea, who only had a certain amount of time to grieve over his wife, and then say, you got to get back up on the battlefield, because that's what the Lord told me. The enemy sought to take me out, and take me out through depression and grief and all of that. So while I'm serving, I'm making movement, I'm making momentum while I'm educated, I'm serving. But when there is time that I need a mental break or a break altogether, then I will do that using wisdom, because I will not let the enemy kill me. I will not let grief control me. I'm very tenacious in that. I don't put my children before God. They belong to him, but I'm still a broken mama. Still a broken mama. I don't idolize my children. I know they were here temporal. I'm not mad at God. I don't question why my kids, they're yours. My vendetta is against this system that have not only hurt my children. Our history is full of how the government hurt my people. When we read history, that's what we got to read. Those are the images that we got to see. And I'm just one of the ones that say, enough is enough. Not on my watch. If I got to lay mines down, I'm willing to do that, but enough is enough. You understand? That's what it's about for me, just in case y'all didn't know. I just had to make that public service announcement earlier because people don't value or appreciate my time and my sacrifice and what I'm really going through. So I had to let them people know. I don't know if you guys knew it, but the other day there was a woman who got on here talking real reckless and disrespectful. And she just didn't leave it there. She actually went to my email, and it wasn't even about, it was nothing more than about, if I let y'all see the video, because I told her, we're going to have a good time with you on live, because I just couldn't believe. Like, you somebody I'm out here helping. I'm trying to help. I'm not your enemy. I'm not finna fight up against you. If you made a mistake, I accept your apology, okay? But don't ever tell me how to talk or how I should conduct. This is my walk, one man walk with God. If I'm ever out of line, the Holy Ghost will check me straight up. I'm never too proud to humble myself, repent, none of that, okay? I think before I speak. But it wasn't even all about that. It was just more so about, oh, you think you got this, and you think you got that, and I got this, and I got that. I never came to this internet or treated nobody like that in real life. I'll give my eye out my eye socket if I have to. And it was just crazy that your own kind would attack you while you being attacked by unseen forces. The worst enemies that you can have is out of your household. You understand? That's what the Bible says. You know. But yeah, I wanna let you guys know this, and I'm about to get out of here. Okay, maybe some of us need to step up. Let our general rest up. You got me in tears now. Just please take that time, love. Well, I don't want y'all in tears. My love, Dr. T, I grant you grace and divine permission to rest. Everybody want to be a director, but no one asked you to do a movie, period. And then to be jealous or envious of me in any way. It's just insane, you know. I have a heart for women, but it's something about the lady called me a B word, everything. I'm like, wow, and the Holy Spirit is like, don't even respond that way, because this is a accusatory spirit that want to provoke you to say something crazy so she can go back and defame you. So I couldn't say that, and it wasn't about nothing very, very minor, very minute. The Lord told me, like, she really want to work with you, but she don't know how to come at you. So it's like, well, you can hire me for this, and I could do this. I'm not on Section 8. I'm not on food stamps. I live here. I own this. And just so you know, just because you sit in those other circles with those other people, you still a nigga. I'm like, oh my God. Y'all don't even have a clue, okay? Y'all just don't have a clue. But let me get to this and get on off of here. I really appreciate you all. I will, I am. If y'all don't mind me just being transparent with y'all, okay? Of course, I need help. I'm just very skeptical about who I let help. Because I love really hard. And I've had people in my face. I wanted to take everybody with me when I first started this, everybody. And I would see people literally in my face stealing from me. Literally. Like, I caught you red-handed stealing from me. And just be like, you know what, I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm just going, you can't get that opportunity no more. Like, I give you everything. I give you everything. I pay you really well. I give you everything. And then you had another one. It's just like sabotaging. She literally wanted to be me and got mad because I'm going to just leave that there. There's a lot of things that I can't say. Because like I said, I will never slander. I will never disrespect who I disconnect from. But those cause walls to go up. I'm not going to lie. My husband in his transportation business. 2 brothers in specifically, and I still consider him a brother. My husband give them, an opportunity, and I'm just sharing with y'all because y'all my cousins. And because I feel led to share this, because y'all should know. We study trying to put our people on, like we want to help y'all. Hey, here's a way. I just moved out of state with my family. I have no means to take care of them. Whoop de whoop. It's like, okay, we'll give you a chance. And then you get in my husband's truck and steal it. Leave it in Miami. We all the way in Texas. And then when it didn't go your way and it didn't work out according to what you thought it was going to do, you had to circle back and call us. And we needed our van. It's my husband's transportation business. And so he took the job and he's like, well, I want to work for him and him because I need more. And so when he get to Florida, Miami, he abandons our vehicle, jump on another truck, go drop that load. They bring him back and they didn't pay him. So now he has no gas to bring our van or anything back. So we give him gas to get back, even though he didn't betray, abandon ship. This is business, even though you are a cousin. He's like, I'm really sorry I didn't pray. You know what I'm saying? Most High, woo. I'm like, honey, we don't want to see that man stranded out there. And it ain't even about the vehicle. We just don't want to see that man stranded out there. His family out here, And we give him the gas money to get all the way back. He bypasses us. Take our car almost to New Mexico. Leave it there. We go pick it up. Weeks later. It don't even drive. It don't go in reverse. It just tow up. So when it comes to allowing people in, we done been scarred. Real talk. And that's just the beginning of it. It was a man the day that my baby passed away. I said, hey, my son, we got to bury my son. My son passed away. And I'm not going to be able to make it. It was a business event. I didn't even ask for the money that I put down on deposit to be a vendor there. He's like, no, God told me to tell you to come. We're going to all pray for y'all and everything. Like, even if you don't want to do nothing in business, just come be in this environment. We're going to pray for you. It's like, I actually got something even better for you. It was like, you can have your own booth. You can have your own space. Talk about what happened to you, whatever the case may be. We pay this man. We go. We then flew all the way from Texas to California, from California to Atlanta. And the man steals our money and everybody else's money at the event. None of what he said happened. And I'm texting him like, I got to put my son in the ground. This boy don't got no insurance. He had insurance, but when you turn 21, you have to put the insurance policy in your name as an adult. And then you can put us as a beneficiaries. So by him just turning 21 and him living out in California, we had to have him come to Texas to get his ID so we can help him with his personal information and get him, on track business-wise. man stole from us, hurt us so bad. Got people that come over and just, oh, let us take our clients. Let us take her stuff. I had a whole group of folks, I gave them love, the plug. Y'all want to come over here? I'm going to give y'all a whole business in a box. Go run it up. Then I start seeing like hundreds of people coming. It's like, look, I hooked y'all up. Why y'all taking advantage? Then another person put me up on game like, yeah, this person is took your package and selling it for $10. And that's why these people is coming. So we need the help. I'm not going to cap. And hopefully I'm not boring y'all. I'm just letting y'all know the real. Because y'all see people, these personalities online, all of that stuff. You really don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But I'm as transparent can get. I'm not going to hide anything now. I don't disclose everything. And even with that, I'll just separate out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna bother you. I ain't gonna slander you. I ain't gonna go off on you, cuss you out. I ain't gonna tear you down. I'm not in that ministry. I just figured God will definitely handle the situation and leave it alone. I'm into building up people, not tearing them down. But I'm not gonna cap. We need help. I have 2 daughters, and all my children mean the world to me. They were born early. That I have to focus a lot of my time because us having a conversation like this, it's not regular or normal for them to have. It's repetition for them. You know, so I would love to be spending all my time with them in real life. But I'm never going to abandon the mission. That's just how much God loves us all. That he will keep chasing after you and chasing after you and chasing after you and chasing after you. And so that's why I show up the way that I show up. But in those times when I need help, I need a break, then I'm definitely going to take a break. And I would love to get with some of y'all and see, you know, that's one of the reasons I created the Family of Millionaires. Is so that I can get the serious people inside of the group and give them that information. And then see how we can all benefit each other, one another. You do this, you do that. So we build an ecosystem. Okay? And to dumb it all down and just throw y'all game, like how to do y'all trust, how to set up your EIN, LLC, how to create that, how to go get funding, all of that stuff, okay? Make it affordable. I said it's a one-time payment of $97. And you guys can get the information inside of there because of the attacks that I deal with online on social media. I do not want to have unnecessary, unwarranted attacks trying to hinder. And we ain't supposed to be speaking our plans out openly. You understand? The World Wide Web. It's called the World Wide Web for a reason. You don't know who watching you. You don't know who tapping in. A lot of our warfare come off our social media. They don't know what we're doing until they see it or until we say it. And then they know how to attack. So I want to move into a community where we have Brother Cliff make apps. We can do big things. Y'all need an app, it's in-house. Somebody else is a good listener. Somebody else that went through, it's in-house. That's how the apostles did it. Nobody had a need of anything. So I'm going to start right there first. The reason why I slacked up off the lives, and even if you catch this long live on the replay, the opportunity is still available. Whatever opportunities I'm sharing is still available until you see the video deleted. When you don't see the video, then there's no opportunity. So whether I'm on a live, like I'm live, or it's a replay being streamed as I'm live, the opportunities and the information is still available. When the spots have been filled or we're done, then you won't see this video like you don't see the other ones. So the family of millionaires is where we're going to get ourselves together. There's things that I cannot disclose openly. I have to move in wisdom because I still have a family that I need to protect. So there are things that I can share with y'all in a private setting, in a community off of this social media, Facebook, FBI, off of these platforms. So I have the family of millionaires where I will be showing y'all how to level up in the AI learning skill. Start a funding company if you wanted to. Get your credit fixed. Create you some type of online business. Get your, documents together if that's the way you want to go. We should all be being a corporation. When we stop existing and functioning as consumers, things change for us. America is a corporation. There are more benefits for you to be a corporation. LLC, limited liability corporation. It's more beneficial. So before I make the community $97 a month, is there anybody that would like to get into the family of millionaires where we are going to build together and we are going to scale together as a family? And not only that, if you got children or a spouse or a sister, best friend, I allow you to bring in 3 others with you so that you have more hands on deck. We have more hands on deck. We start teaching the younger people. We help our elderly people. And then those of us in the middle, we can be helped. We can get wisdom. It's a one-time payment of $97 in the family of millionaires. Okay? It is a group that I am putting together specifically for us to get together and do things differently without exposing the plan and the plans of how we move it. Because we need to move differently. And this is for those who cannot afford to get into the $1,000 mentorships. Here's an opportunity for you to get in here. And then learn from me and learn from your cousins and learn together. Put a 1 in the chat if you would like to be a part of that. It's a family of millionaires because I'm going to show you how to make $1 million, get $1 million. Okay? Doesn't matter. Keep $1 million, maintain $1 million, flip $1 million, scale $1 million. $1 million ain't hard to get. It may seem hard and impossible to people who ain't never did it before, but I kid you not, $1 million is not hard to get. So that's the number 1. Yep, I got a dude who I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. And I promise y'all I'm finna get up out of here, okay? So this is a low ticket family of millionaires where we're gonna come together as a unit, a family, trying to connect with others in different states so we have a plan of action for when this do go down. We know how to get you, find you, you know how to get us, find us, all of that, okay? Yes, family of millionaires. I tried talking through this with my nephews and brother-in-law, and they weren't having it. That's okay. That is okay. You get in for them, and then what you start and what you grow, I'm sure will benefit them. But be the one. I'm the one in my family. Be the one, because I'm the one. And I know they may not understand, and they may get on your nerves and frustrate you, but it wasn't nobody but Noah building that ark. His kids entered in because of his obedience, but it did not have no reports of Noah and his family or Noah and his sons building that ark. That was Noah. That was on Noah, and that was it. So be the one. I already have the LLC, and all they need to do is get bankrolled and put that into a trust for them. So we set up the trust. It's really easy. We're going to learn all of this in the family of millionaires. Okay? All of this stuff you can do for yourself. So it will be a monthly fee of $97. But for you all that will take the initiative to get in, it will be a one-time $97 fee. Once we get our people in there as the grandfathered into the community and we start bringing other people in there, it will be a $97 per month fee. But while it's early, y'all want to learn YouTube, Faceless, whatever, I am going to be putting that information in there. I can't say a whole lot, but there has been about 3 people that have stolen stuff from me and has made it their own, and I see it with my eyes. And so that's the way that the Lord said. And then it's also a way to separate people that ain't really real and ain't really trying to build. I don't have time for them either. Love you. I'll build something for you. If God assigned me to you, then this gonna be for you. But I can't get stagnant and slew-footed, and I can't do that. So the family of millionaires is a community. I'm gonna let you bring in a couple of your family members, and then we're gonna get that train rolling and open it up for other people to come in, and they will have to pay $97 a month, but you will never have to pay it again after your initial $97. Secondly, I'm getting ready to have a training. This has really been impressed on my spirit because I know where to get money from. I know how to get your credit together real quick, and I know how to make lots of money with digital products. If I come by here and share receipts, then y'all be like, you flexing on somebody, and I'm not. So that's why I don't share them. But I share them so that you can see that I did it and you can too. A person that was from the hood, I didn't graduate high school. I graduated and got my GED when my oldest daughter was 18. A person that has 9 children. So what God has done with me is eliminated all excuses. Well, I'm too busy. I'm a mother of 7 with 6 grandchildren. I coach, I teach, I'm a minister, I serve, I'm a community leader. So you really can't, there's no excuse. Well, I didn't go to high school. I didn't either. Well, I come from the hood, so did I. So you without excuse. It said he take the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And I just think he took me foolishly out of the world to show the wise that you are without excuse. Okay, so I'm going to have a workshop where I'm going to be showing you credit and credit hacks. I have a website right now where there's over 100 plus resources for you to go get money. Y'all got to become a small business. You got to become a small business, and don't be afraid to become a small business. It's not going to affect any type of assistance you may be receiving, or it's not going to affect any type of, income you may be receiving from a 9 to 5. What we don't know is that business money is for the business. If you make 100,000 and you spend 100,000 on yourself, then yeah, you got to pay income taxes on that. But if you make 100,000 and your rent for the whole entire year is 25,000, you down to 75,000. If your light bill for the year was 10,000, you're down to 65,000. If your car payment, everything becomes a tax deduction. So as long as your money is going to charitable work, you buying land, you buying assets that you don't have to be taxed for, you get tax breaks for, you buying programs, you invest in everything that y'all have bought from me. For one, we are a nonprofit organization, which is tax deductible. But not only that, whenever you invest in your education, that is one of the biggest tax breaks. So if you say, I bought 7 courses for Tawana, and this is her business, this is her EIN number, and I bought these courses, and here's my receipt, they're all tax deductions for you. I am credit invisible. I have to build credit. Heard too many horror stories concerning credit cards and just use cash. Now I know credit equals funding. Oh my gosh. You have to get you some credit equals power. They say cash is king, but credit is power. Is true. If somebody said, would you rather have $1 million in credit or 10 million in cash? Run me the million in credit. Run me the million in credit all day long. So what I put together for us, and I want to say it's going to be this Monday coming up, that I am going to show y'all how to get your credit cleaned up really fast. And the reason why I'm hosting this is because we got to go get this money that's available before it's not able to be got. And I can't do it for everybody. Some people offer the credit repair services. I can't do it for everybody. Have a good night, Sister Pumpkin. Pumpkin, love you and so glad you stopped by. I can't do it for everybody. So I figure if I teach us all how to eat, we're going to eat. And so Monday, I am going to be hosting how to get to the bag through credit. You use the sweep or the breaches or the hacks. You hear me? You can have your credit cleaned in days. So I'm going to be showing you all of that. Even if you don't have no credit, you need to boost your credit. And I'm going to be giving you the play on how you can boost your credit. I'm going to be giving you funding information. Okay? Lots of it. Where you can get funded on that same line, on that same workshop, with minimal credit, with good credit, fair credit, and with excellent credit. I'm going to show you free resources where you can go get money. I'm going to show you if you're dealing with some type of eviction or need some security deposits. I'm going to show you who's going to help you with that too, so that none of my people go down. You hear me? And then I'm going to show you how to get to the bag in this digital space. I'm going to show you how to get to the bag in this digital space, how to create you something and have you something that'll make you some instant income on that workshop. Okay. It's $97. It's $97. But I'm going to give you the information. And like I said, some of y'all going to get approved on the spot. And some of y'all going to have the blueprint. And some of y'all going to say, I'll be right back in 7 days. I'll be right back in 5 days. And you still going to have action. So it's a win-win situation. And you'll have stuff that you can sell tangibly. Okay? I'm going to show you how to go create a PDF that's an emergency preparedness space and make you $1,000 a day or a week, however you choose. I'm going to show you what's trending, what people are buying. I'm going to give you the game. It's $97. If you want access to that, put a 2 in the chat. I need all my people working on their credit. Use the cash to invest in yourself to get assets. Cash is not assets, but credit is. Land is. Gold is. Silver is. Real estate is. Use that cash, which is trash, to get you some real assets. So put a 2 in the chat if you would like to come to that. And I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Promise that. Okay? It's too much information for me to just keep it all to myself and me to just do it all to myself. Number 3, moving on. And I got 2 more. And then I'll let y'all go. I want to mention this one about Africa, about Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic, or just about internationally. Why this is so impressed upon my spirit is because I know if American currency go down, we need something somewhere else. That's what God said. He said that in Ecclesiastes 11:1 to be exact. But I just really, really feel you got to diversify, and that's what Ecclesiastes 11:1 tells you. Diversify your income or your streams, because you don't know when disaster will come up on the land. And I know for sure that disaster is at the door. And I'm just going to keep it real with y'all. I'm speaking for me. I'm setting minds up because I already know. Now, if you got, I want y'all to go look up Sierra, how she just became a dual citizen in Africa. Cardi B, these celebrities, why all of a sudden they are dual citizens. It's because they know when you sit in circles where you have insight and intel, then you're supposed to come back and bring it to the people, right? Most people don't do that. They just be like, hey, I'm over in Africa, got dual citizenship. It allows you to work over there, do business, but it also allows you, if this place go down, it won't be going down with me and my children and my husband. You understand me? We passport ready. And we're not going to go and have to start over and be like, oh my God, what are we going to do? We already setting that up. If we never have to make that move, I'm setting it up. I'm helping my brothers across the water as well. I'm teaching them about how this system over here works and how they can tap into the system, how they can get them an LLC and an EIN and start a business in the United States, okay? And get paid and how to set it up. What God said to me is that when he deliver us with the second Exodus, we will go fully loaded. And I absolutely mean I'm getting all of mine back, plus some, all of it. So now we just transferring the wealth from here over to Africa. You can live in a mansion over there for $600 a month, literally. You got income coming in. It's all automated. It's all set up. That's the way we set it up. We set it up automated so it can be ran from the States. But just in case you need to go, you got a place to go to. And even if you don't, you got streams of income coming in, and not just a little bit. Streams of income coming in from overseas. Okay? So I have that mentorship that I discounted it in half. The reason why, backstory, why I charge $9.97 for some of my mentorships, first of all, they be like 5 and 10K mentorships. But second of all, we walking around here with $1,000. I don't care if it's a payment plan. We walking around with $1,000 that we talk on, that don't bring us no money in. unless you know how to turn it into an ATM machine. It's a bill. None of our phones is under 1,000. The iPhones, the Samsungs, they'll let you make payments. But if you can walk around with $1,000 phone, you can invest $997 into making more money. Okay, you're not gonna give Apple and Samsung and Android more than you're gonna give your brother or your sister to work with you for 3 months. I don't even know anybody in the fast food space that will work 3 months or 6 months or 12 months for no $1,000. That's how you know I ain't taking no paycheck. That's how you know I ain't taking no paycheck. I don't know not one person that your salary will be $1,000 for 3 months. That's more than your mortgage or your rent. It's more than your grocery bill. I don't know one person that will work for 12 months for $1,000. So this international automated business, okay, I told y'all the other day that I was gonna leave y'all alone with this. But I promise you, the Lord has impressed this in my spirit over and over and over again. Tell the people to diversify their income. It don't have to be in Africa. It can be in Puerto Rico. It can be in Bali. A lot of people are moving there. A lot of people are moving to Thailand. So you can start an Airbnb. You can start a cafe. You can start a digital business. Teaching them skill sets from America that'll help them prosper in their country. Okay? It's $497 for you to be able to learn how to create, how to grow, and how to scale an international automated business that does not require your feet on the ground. Next I have, and I'm just going to put it out there, okay? I'm only looking for a handful of people. God gave me the number. I'm looking for 7 people that just want to get rich with me. Honestly. And when I say get rich with me, I'm not talking about rich in money. Rich does not mean money. Rich means peace. Rich means favor. Rich means substance. Rich means a lot of different things, if you go look up what it means. And I'm looking for 5 people who would like to get, I'm going to say, create generational wealth, where we would all start off equally, okay? Even on top of all the things that I have done, we would come together and we will build us out some business credit. I'm not trying to say too much, but we will build out some business credit. We will each go get $50,000 from 2 banks apiece. Okay, so that's 100,000 times 5. That's 500,000. We will put that inside of a IUL, a insurance policy. Okay, we will put it in a trust first, and then we will put that into an insurance policy to get a very big insurance policy. And I'm saying it without saying a whole lot. But what we would do is then turn around in 30 days and borrow against that insurance policy. And the reason why we're doing it this way is because it's all tax-free. And then what we would do is we would go take and go buy a property that generates us $50,000 to $100,000 each month, right? Or maybe 200,000. So each person will be able to get 25,000 to 30,000 passively every single month. And I got the people on board that's going to do this for us. I have already done it with some other investors. I'm bringing it to my people over here. We already invest in multifamily. I went in so I can learn how to do it. And now I have the connections. And I'm not looking for a lot of people. Like I said, trusting the right people is really, really important, because now we will be able to provide affordable housing. Our families, of course, would partake of it. But we get rich in real estate. We get rich in assets. And there is an investment, okay? The investment is $997. And we can get this done within 30 to 60 days. Up and running, finished, done. We got everything in place. We got everybody in place that we need in place. We got the person. It's a special kind of way you got to do the life insurance policy. Like I said, I don't want to say too much. If we wanted to go buy 2 properties, we could. Both properties generating us $100,000. Okay? Everything will be written up, so there ain't no big eyes, little U's. This is a God idea, God initiative that God has called me to bring to the people. We will also find some land. There's just several things we would do, okay? But that's the main play we're going to run. I'm going to show you how to get your business credit, because this will all come, nothing in your personal. This will all come on the business front. And then we will go ahead and get the $50,000 from both institutions apiece. And then we will go ahead and get these insurance policies. And then we would withdraw pretty much. We would cash out on these insurance policies. These insurance policies is big insurance policies. So we would get that done, and then we would go buy real estate. If we wanted to start a commercial warehouse, and set it up where hairdressers and barbers, we can do several things. Okay. The investment on that is $997. And if you would like to be a part of the 5, before I take it to other people, let me be very clear when I say other people. There's people that I really, truly desire to build with, if you catch my drift. And then there's people that I feel like y'all got what y'all need, and you don't need any more. Like, there's other people that need this information, and there's other people that need access to this. Like, y'all got it and being greedy with it. So I'd rather not build with them, honestly. If necessary, I will. By all means necessary. This will be our first deal that we do independently. I am a licensee with Grant Cardone. I'm in his masterminds where we do this faithfully. But I'm just trying to put a few of my cousins on. If you're not afraid of investment, just think about it. $1,000 investment is going to yield you, first of all, $100,000, because we're going for the $50,000, right? But then we're gonna go ahead and get rich together, and we're gonna go ahead and put that into a policy, and then we're gonna borrow against that policy in 30 days, and it's gonna be up from there. Okay, so you have your money back multiplied real fast in record-breaking time. Like I said, I only got 5 spots for that. Anybody, is the 5 on here? Put a 3 in the chat, or 4. If you want the automated international business for $497, everything I'm offering y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, I highly recommend you get in it. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain, get your credit together. If you cannot get into one of the mid tickets, $9.97, $4.97, take advantage of the $97 offers. But if you know, I need my money to make me money, and I need my money to make me money fast, because there is a lost seed time and harvest, but I need my money to work for me fast because of what's going on, then by all means necessary, diversify your income. That's a command from God. Make sure you buy you some land and stuff. That's the wealth of God. And then you want to be in a community of other like-minded believers that can support you, that can help you, that can level you up, keep you accountable, keep you encouraged, and we can do things together. Will I accept payments? I may be able to. More so, it's just about me actually. If we can get 10 in here, I kid y'all not. And again, I don't want to say too much. If we can get 10 in here, then it's game over. Because now I'm going to go get some information that will change our life in a long way. Okay? And meet people and shake hands and give y'all connections. Seriously, that's what it's about. The plugs. You get access. I got people that do the trust. The right kind of trust. What is the right kind of trust? A Rockefeller trust, a waterfall trust. Most people don't know that. I got people that will get us finance for property. I have the actual banker, the hard money lender. I have access to all of that. You get access. When you show up and invest in yourself, you get access to that. So I always say that, okay? But if we get 10 in here, friends, it's over. I say 5, but it's time for us to come together. It will take us a lot longer to do it individually. But if we come together, it's game over. You get 10 people willing to put up $1,000, $997. Then it's over. Then you're going to be introduced to how to make, outside of what we're doing, how to make you $100,000 in a day, how to make you $100,000 in a month. And can I do that? Absolutely. If I show y'all how I go in, you'd be shocked. But then people, it warrants a lot of other stuff that come with that. So I'd rather not do that openly. Okay? But Dr. T know how to make you and get you some money. If I don't know nothing else. I know how to never ever allow you to be broke. That's what I do now. Okay? And like I said, if 10 of us came together and leveled up, we would level all the way up in real life with some bank reps. Last but never least, so I'll just put that out there. I say 5 because that's all we really need. But if we got 10, it's game over. Because now we would be in a position to do this for other people on a next level. Now you would learn the game so that we could put other people onto this and put them in a better position. And then instead of just going to the branch, no, we have access to the direct connect that could give us lots of funding. Lots of funding. And even help us get the funding. That's all I can say here on this line. Okay. Last but never least, I have an opportunity and tell y'all to call start the investment up front. It's $350. What I'm going to show you is how to go get. Now, there is some funding that is available for small business owners and on a personal level. Right now, I can get a lot of people funding just through the SBA alone. So for people who know I need to know a side hustle or a skill, because my job is not safe, because the form of payment or the method of payment where I'm getting it from is not safe, and I don't want to show my face. I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to, start no coaching program. You don't have to. One industry that you can get in that they will always need you now and forever is funding. And this is where you make the biggest bag of them all. I'm going to show you how to go get people funded for $200,000, $300,000. Show you how to set up your merchant account so you can get paid your 10% of that. $220,000 is $22,000. Your 10% of that $337,000 is $37,000. Your 10% of that $10,000 is $1,000. So I'm gonna show you where the funding is at. I'm also gonna show you how to get people approved for the funding and how you can charge $500 minimum up to $5,000 on the front end to get them funded with these funding opportunities. I'm only taking a handful in here, okay? I'm not giving everybody this sauce, but I will give a handful, 5 of y'all to be exact. That's what I said on the last slide. It's $350, but you will always have access to money because you will know where it's at. And you will always be in a position to help other people get money, meaning that you have an evergreen business. Credit and funding is the 2 industries I highly recommend. And now digital currency, right? Digital AI, because now this is the new normal. Them is the 3 things that I would tell you to get started in. Not to mention transportation. But 3, transportation always going to be needed. Credit's always going to be needed. Credit's always going to be needed. And people always going to be needing to get money. And now with this digital stuff, they're going to need to know that. Because they're going to be replaced or they're going to be removed or left out, left behind. Period, point blank, okay? This is where the bulk of my bag comes from. That's why I said I have a deadline before I retire this and allow my daughters to take it over so that I can go on to doing documentaries and different things of that sort, because that's what I am. I'm a visionary. That's what I was called to do. And I need my feet on the ground, okay? So those are the opportunities I got for y'all. If you pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go ahead. I'll put the information on the screen. Make your payment. Lock your spot in. If you guys are in the LA area, we're getting ready to have the Kingdom Currency 2-day event, and I promise you do not want to miss. Marked for millions, literally. We're going to give y'all some stuff, baby, and the lineup is going to be, wow. The lineup is just, yeah, it's just everything. Am I still teaching the 16 AI? Yep. I do have the 16-week mentorship. I just haven't mentioned it because I said, a couple weeks ago that, I think it was a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I just stopped advertising them. When God said roll on and move forward, I just stopped advertising them. But yes, I do still have the AI automations and systems. It go crazy over there. Everything. We make movies. We doing everything. My AI twin get more views and make more money than me myself. Simple as that, right? Really do. So if you guys, let me put the information on the screen. It's also inside of the description of this video. If y'all want to get in on the Family of Millionaires, if y'all want to get in on the $97 credit funding and digital product workshop, get in on that. I do have turning coloring books into currency. We're doing that this Sunday. How to make you six figures. Let AI create you coloring books. Okay. My children now have 10 coloring books that we are selling for them on Amazon. That way, anything ever happened to us prematurely or it's just our time, my children will be set. You won't be no burden to nobody because you have your own royalties. If you get older and want to buy your own property, you come out of the house with cash flow, passive income. Okay. Coloring books. People with ADHD buy coloring books. People with insomnia buy coloring books. People with hyper, activity syndrome, whatever, where they need to focus buy coloring books. It's not just children coloring books. But that workshop will be on Sunday. You can come and get it live. Show you how to upload it to Amazon, make it into Amazon, or either if you want to self-publish, which is preferred, I'm going to show you how to do that as well. Okay? Get your book out there and get ready to make money. That's what it's all about. Then I'm going to show you how to use AI to sell it. You don't even got to sell it like, yeah, I got a coloring book for sale. No. We don't do that. We work smarter, not harder. So yeah, let me know who didn't sign up, which one you signed up for, so I can go ahead and congratulates. Y'all know it's about that time, y'all. Let me know which one you taking so I can congratulate and celebrate and welcome y'all in, family and friends, cousins. I would like to know who's going with me. I don't mind taking you, but I'm not taking no freeloaders. Why would I ever expose somebody who can invest anything into themselves into $1 million worth of game? I got a lot of stuff, y'all. When I tell you I can give y'all some stuff, I created these spaces literally so that, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I be taking stuff from here and taking stuff from there, taking stuff out of the mastermind and giving it to you guys, is because I have so much that when I realized that I overdid it and bought too much, I'm like, I could never learn this or do all of this by myself. I got to bring some people in on it. And when I tell y'all, when you pay and you invest, I don't mind giving. That's one thing about me. I am a giver. I will give you their stuff. I don't care. I bought it. Now, technically, I can't get on and be like, yeah, y'all come get their stuff. No, I'll give you their stuff. That's for sure. And I got a lot of their stuff. A lot of their stuff. A lot of it. So when y'all show up and y'all come into mentorships, I'm like, oh, okay, bet. I'm really going to give it. I'm going to pour it on you real thick because I see you not playing. So Asinine, one family millionaire. Okay, out of all of you 15 million people, guess I got to go. We got Asinine and we got Flow to You. Congratulations to y'all. My goal is to get surrounded by beautiful people where we like, know, and trust. and then we just go up together. I don't mind putting you on stages on our online event. We're getting ready to have AI and blacks and AI. Blacks and AI are either black faceless. We're going to have an event, okay? My sister, a live, big event. And I don't mind bringing you to the table. I'm like, congratulations, Janaya. Welcome, beloved. Instagram family, y'all already know what it is because I'm getting ready to wrap this up. I done cried myself tired. I really have. But I appreciate y'all cousins. And I do want to go spend some time with my children. Because it's late, I'm going to email you, but I need to ask you. Okay, that's cool. You guys go ahead and hit that DM, cousins, and I'll get y'all all the way together. Whatever information that they see over here, I will send to your DM. I would rather us get all together sooner than later because we're running out of time. When I say they coming for us, they coming for us. And the reason why I always include myself is so that people don't think I'm above them. I'm not. I'm not your leader. I'm your partner. I'm not your leader. I'm your partner. I'm your sister in this thing. You, my brother, are my sister in this thing. There ain't no big I's and little U's. And like I said, I don't mind sprinkling y'all down and watering y'all down and giving y'all access to game. If I showed y'all who I'm surrounded by, then people think I'm flexing. But I'm not. When I tell you I got access to these people's stuff, I got access to these people's stuff. And I just want to give it to you. But you have to pay me for my time. The time that I take from my children, time that I take from my husband, the time that I take from my other endeavors to make sure that I'm educating and helping you. You're going to have to pay me for my time. All right. Love y'all. I will see y'all next time. Congratulations to my sisters. I'm excited about what we're going to do together. And yes, I thank God for the ones that I was able to impact and for the ones who actually took the initiative to believe for better for themselves. Like y'all the real MVPs, not me. I'm a servant and I love to serve. But I want us all to eat. I want us all to win. And I want us all to be preserved. With that being said, any questions for me? Love you too, Ask the Nine. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Okay. If you need to email me, and if you guys want to get in, but you need a payment plan, I really don't like payment plans, but I will work with some of y'all on a payment plan. And I'm not saying I don't like payment plans because I don't want you to eat. I don't want you to win. I don't want you to be on a payment plan. The reason why I don't like payment plans is because it just puts you in debt. I'd rather you be debt free. It just puts you in debt. So I don't like it for that reason. But if you need to work out a payment plan, then that's perfectly fine. I don't mind helping, some of y'all. That won't be applicable for everybody, but I don't mind helping some of y'all. You got to get in where you can, and I understand that. And I'm willing to help in any capacity that I can. Only business debt. What you talking about, sis? I need to show y'all how to get down to the get down. There's some things I can't tell y'all, baby, but I'm telling y'all. I can't tell y'all here, but I'll tell y'all in private. If you get in the room, you get in the mentorships, I'll tell you in private how to do this thing. No personal business debt. No personal debt. We stay away from personal debt. The best debt to get into is business debt. Yep. Best debt to get into is business debt. I'll tell you why. That's why we need to be leveraging business credit to get business funding. On a personal side, if I go into the bank and I got a 720, say I got an 800, okay? And they lend me 50,000. That's on a personal. They don't really like to lend you more than that unless it's for a home or it's for a vehicle. But if I walk in as a business, I say, hey, I'm here to do business with you and build a relationship with you. And this is my business. And I need some business financing so I can scale. I need an equipment loan. I need a pledge loan. I can turn around and get 100,000 in business, especially if I got business credit, which shows somebody else gave them a line of credit because they trusted them. So I'm going to show y'all how to build this out. That's why me and my rich friends, that's what we're going to do. There's places you can go to and have trade lines added to your business like that. And in a matter of a week, you already got a payday score. You can go in and you can get you some massive amount of funding. And it's never tied to your personal score. That's why we need the EIN. It ain't tied to your personal name or your score. If something happened and I needed to go bankrupt my business, I could legally and have no personal liability to it whatsoever. This is the new way. And then you go buy everything that you absolutely need in your business name. Certain properties can't be seized from a business, for one. For two, tax breaks. People be mad at the wealthy because they didn't learn how to live tax-free. But in order to win the game, you got to get in the game and play the game. And so I want to show y'all, okay? I will have to sell some digital products so I can get in that room. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. For $997 to actually become, I just want y'all to pray about it. Some of y'all need to go pray about it. I'll leave that option on the table till about tomorrow before I actually go in this other group. Because we got to do this. I know for sure there's a lot of people that are now homeless and will be homeless moving forward. And God is dependent on us. And we can eat from the table and the tree. As long as we seek ye the kingdom of God, all of these things will be added to us. What was the cost for the LA event? The LA event is $97 for 2 days. That's general admission. We also have it online. If you guys don't like to fly and y'all don't want to travel, we have an online experience. But, excuse me, I tell people all the time. I tell people all the time, you get information online, you get transformation in person. Another level. So it's $97 general. We do also have a VIP where you get your mansion stay. Everything is taken care of you for 3 days. Your mansion, your food, your transportation, your red carpet experience, your photo shoot, your video promo, so you can go post content about the business that we're going to help you create at the event. You get prophetic Presbyterian, you get to eat with the speakers. So you have a whole experience. So we have the VIP and then we have Diamond. So we have General, Diamond, and VIP. All right, y'all. Any more questions? I gotta go. I got to go. 3 hours in, 15 minutes in. I know I'm gonna have to chop this up. I just know I'm gonna have to chop this up. Keep it short, sweet, straight to the beat. Okay, but I wanted to make sure I don't miss nobody. I said it a couple of days ago. I definitely know that some of y'all are afraid. You volunteered at Scared Road, baby. That's why we going on. We gotta go. We got work to do. If you volunteered at Scared Road, then yeah, we got work to do. I want to say this before I close. Delayed obedience is still disobedience. And I know when God calls people to do a specific thing and fear try to creep in, doubt try to creep in, I want to remind you that the enemy will never, ever, mess with your mind and try to persuade you out of doing something that will further advance his kingdom. He'll never bother you about spending money into his economy, into this system. He'll actually entice you. Hey, spend your rent, man. You can take a little bit. But the moment you make a conscious decision that I'm going to get out of this hand over foot, this rat race, and I'm going to invest and I'm going to trust God, that's when you're going to get fought. Because your time and your blood and your sweat and your tears is attached to that. But what I will tell you is that God will give you more and put more. He said, I give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. As long as you're willing and you ain't afraid to invest, God will never be afraid to invest in you. Ever. And you the best investment. And whether you feel like this might be too big, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. God has called you to walk alongside somebody who done literally been through the pits of hell and still standing. You in good character and you in good company. And my job is to take your hand and lead you to your financial promised land, whatever God has equipped you and called you for. For you and your bloodline, your family, and those appointed to you. God just wants somebody to help coach you and get you there with speed. I love y'all, and I will see y'all the next time, okay?